This show is not suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift. 911, what's your emergency?
Whoever has my sister's cat, please return it. The cat has been missing for 2 days. Please give Mr. Bean back to Chloe, my sister. She wants her cat back. Please give it to her. Please and thank you.
Right in front of the corn toss, and there's this guy just hitting people left and right.
Yeah, blue shirt, we're at.
He's hit like 3 people already. And he's hitting more, and he's hurting people's wrists, and right out front, like right in front, directly in front, on the crosswalk.
No, awkward and weird. What? Cha-cha-cha. Free wheel bicycle.
Hello, welcome. Hoofta doofta. I apologize. Coughing in your ear, blowing up your speaker. How are you doing? Welcome back to another episode of your favorite podcast, Three Wheel Bicycle Podcast, to be exact. Hopefully you're doing good, great, grand, all across the land. Shout out to all the listeners from across the pond and up above. Canada. Did you, well, this shit, I got a bunch of stuff wrote down, so I'm just gonna start shooting off I'm gonna start firing away. It's Saturday. Did you hear about the smoke filter? Canada, you guys are smoking us out too hardcore, according to the old Trumpster. That's pretty funny. Like he's acting like it's the first time this has ever happened. It was just crazy. That was something insane. We're gonna tariff you guys more because you're smoking us out. That's just insane. Insane. All right, we'll cross that off the list. Yep. Anywho. Yep, just got back. Last weekend, went back home for the third, so be in a row, annual Arts in the Park, Mitchell, South Dakota, my hometown. Man, what an amazing event. Once again, this time was a little bit different. Brought the family with. Car was extremely crowded. We made it work. Thank you to my friends that sat there, chilled with me, endured the heat. I don't even know how to explain it, but I appreciate you guys so much. I know it was pretty miserable. That's for sure. And it was a lot different too this time around because I didn't get super hammered. Well, I didn't even drink, period, but yeah, that was a different experience too, I guess. Really, really interesting. Met some new people. A couple of the people that bought pieces, once again. Shout out to everybody that did, of course. Super appreciate it. So does the family, obviously. And I'm glad you get some one of a kind Vanderheiden Design. That's who the sponsor of this podcast is too, by the way. Anyway, getting off track here. Scatterbrain. It's been a while since I recorded one of these. Yeah, some of the returning people. I even heard one fellow was like, "I specifically came back for this booth." And there was even a lady, too. Thank you, everybody, that put in for the raffle as well. Congratulations to the winner. That's what's up. Yeah, good times all around. But there was a lady that came because she seen the ad on Facebook. I guess it really wasn't an ad. I was just posting, which is pretty cool. Just kind of show you how effective social media can be, even though it can be a pain in the ass sometimes. I wanted to give a shout out, of course, to my buddy Joey. He came through one half of 10 for 10. He was taking his family on it was a family reunion back in Iowa there. And he was cruising through I-90 and actually stopped and chilled. Got a couple pieces as well. It was just unbelievable. I guess I was just extremely shocked and extremely grateful. That was really cool that you took time to do that. And let's see what else. What other cool things happened? Oh, there was this gal at the beginning of the show. It would have been Friday because that's when setup was, and then I was just kind of like, screw it, I'll just sit here and chill. There was a band and stuff, a couple of them, but yeah, we showed for that. This gal came by. She was looking at this Dennis Rodman piece that I did, which is super sweet. She didn't have enough cash at the time. She bought a T-shirt of mine. Ooh, that was a rhyme. But yeah, she bought a T-shirt. She ended up coming back later on. And crazy thing was probably 20, 30 minutes before I seen her again, ended up selling the piece, that Dennis Rodman one. And all I could think about at the time was her, because I could tell she really wanted it. And somebody that, like, truly, appreciates, it, I guess, the style, maybe Dennis Rodman, maybe it was because it was Mona Lisa with the cigar coming out of her mouth. I don't know. That's the beautiful thing about artwork. Anyway, sold it, and, she had asked about it, and, she was digging around. Well, anyway, then the guy came by and goes to her, was like, "Hey, we bought that piece." And she about started crying. It was pretty intense, pretty cool stuff. But, yeah, she's like, "It don't matter, I'm going to buy something else too anyway." But, yeah, it was just really cool. Shout out to Jordan Hansen, mayor, too, for putting it on. Wish could have sat and chatted a little bit, but he is a busy man. But I suppose you'd be too if you're the mayor and the coordinator of the event. I need to get my application filled out for next year. I see it is going on again. So, super stoked for that. The other thing that was really cool, I mean, the whole trip was amazing, of course. The girls got to go out on the farm and, be around all that stuff. So that was really cool. And just extremely humbling, too, because, when you're out there and then just kind of just thinking about, like, my grandpa, like, did all this shit, you know what I mean? And, like, a long time ago, I guess. I don't know. Very cool, very humbling. The girls were running around on the big old round bales. But, oh, yeah, we went to Puddle Ducks, too, there in Platte. Such a rad place. And the other thing, too, it's just not your typical thrift store. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like a cool vibe, I guess you could say. Got myself a new Kirby pocket card. That was pretty cool. And this little Lassie tin. The girls got some stuff, too. But yeah, just a good place. So if you're in Platte, South Dakota, definitely go check out Puddle Ducks there. Really cool. And the other thing I hadn't done in years. So the first time I ever went and golfed, I guess, was out at the Lakeview Golf Course there in Mitchell. Ended up, I had to leave some of my work there in Mitchell, just because, man, I had quite a bit left, and yeah, not any room, essentially. Anyway, we're over at Brent's house. Grateful that he's letting me store some of it over there, and anyway, he's like, well, are we going to be able to golf in the morning? Or are we going to be able to golf? And, the one thing, I didn't have my clubs either because the vehicle was super small, I guess. And just everything with. But anyway, it was one of those things I was like, man, I just kind of wanted to maybe sleep in, maybe relax a little bit before we ended up heading out. And, I just got to thinking about it. And it's just like, there ain't going to be able to do this ever again. Well, we'll be able to, you know what I mean? But last year, Brett and I went to, I don't remember the name of the golf course. Really nice course. But this go around, we went to the Lakeview, and it had been years since I'd been out there. I think like middle school or high school. So it was already like super nostalgic, I guess, like trying to remember some of this stuff. But at the time, like, we had to walk. We weren't allowed to like drive the carts. I guess that'd tell you how old he was, because he had to have a driver's license. That was the stipulation, I guess. But anyway, yeah, it was, we were out there at 6:45 in the morning, and shout out to Brent. Got it all set up. And yeah, it was something else. It was a great time. Earliest I'd ever been up for golf. But it was truly one of those amazing, never ever gonna happen again events ever. And his boy was with the human what was it, the drill or digger, I can't remember. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Got in trouble for digging on the greens. They came out and hollered at him, and yeah, it was crazy. But anyway, amazing time. That was pretty rad. But yeah, as always, great time. Being back home. It's just amazing. Miss South Dakota. Yeah, good stuff. So yeah, in another, event that I will be doing, for an Arts in the Park, will be Saturday, August 29th. It's here in Casper. Did it last year. Super stoked to do it again. Extremely grateful. Shout out to James. Allow me to get on that. Speaking of that, I need to get the email sent over. Writing that down right now. Email check. Arts Park. Okay. I will get that done. Okay. Yep, but super stoked to do that. Again this year. I'm going to be getting rid of hella inventory. I need a reset. I'm tired of looking at the stuff. Maybe I need to go do another one in maybe another state or something. I don't know. But, yep, super stoked for that. That's Saturday, August 29th at Mike Cedar. So, yeah, go check that out. Also, I entered for the Oil City Beer Company label beer contest. Fingers crossed it goes through. If not, it is what it is. Second time trying for a beer label contest. The other one, I don't know. Casper dude did win it, which was super sweet. Travis Peak, if I remember correctly. Yeah, his artwork's pretty amazing as well. But, yep, entered for that. So they'll be announcing the winner that day. So hopefully they'll get some bragging rights on that. That'd be pretty sweet. Let's see. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, so that event starts 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. I guess some of the other shit that I had been up to. We went to Denver a couple weeks ago for the Tyler Childers concert. That was pretty sweet. I tell you what, it was a good time. The kid had fun. It was at Fiddler's Green. If you haven't been there, definitely go check it out. Really cool place. You can actually sit on the grass. It's at a pretty gnarly incline. We were actually sitting in the seats. The kid had an amazing time and everything. He did an amazing job. I was really waiting for somebody to slip and fall. I'm not going to lie. Coming down that little incline, because it's just like a rail. Okay, imagine this. Just a rail and a sheet. Essentially a concrete. It's just at an incline. There really wasn't any stairs. And a lot of people had shit kickers on. So the whole time I'm sitting there and I'm like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And I said something to the kid, and Maisie was just like, Dad, that's not nice. I'm like, well, it's a lot of intoxicated people around here. I mean, somebody might fall. Just saying. It's just part of reality. Anyway. So yeah, that was pretty good time. We were a ways away from the stage. So I mean, we just kind of watched it, I guess, on the big Tron thing or whatever. But yeah, took the Uber back to the hotel, which didn't take too long, which was pretty amazing, too, because that's always a pain in the ass in Denver after one of them huge shows goes on. The wife and I, when we went to Supercross, I think we waited for almost a couple hours for the damn Uber, and that was pretty sketch, especially to, your phone's about ready to die, no matter what, because it's roaming, so, and then sitting there waiting, I don't know. It can be kind of stressful. We'll just leave it that way. I forgot to mention, too, this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. I mean, a lot of the shit that I do talk about, obviously, it is truthful. Some of it, you can just take it as you is. Pretty good coffee. I got some pretty good coffee. Anyway, so yeah, that was pretty interesting. As far as shows go, I seen No Limit Records and Cash Money Records. Are doing a tour together. Out of curiosity, I checked the tickets. They're not even around here, essentially. And I figured, Colorado, they might come, but not so much. I mean, to be quite honest with you, I don't even think I would go. Reason being, I don't know. Shit was a lot cooler, a while ago. Sometimes you grow up and you're just like, I don't know. I don't know if I really want to say, that way anymore. But yeah, $90 for tickets that were pretty much all the way in the back. And of course they go up after that. I'm sure it would be a good time, but I don't know. I can think of a lot of other things to spend my money on these days. Let's see. Bam. Oh, 1880 Town. Have you guys ever been there before? It's in Midland, South Dakota. When we were on our trip on the way back, took the fam. I had wanted to do it for quite a while. Every time we go by, it looks cool because it's an older town, essentially. And what a cool experience. The only thing that was such a bummer, though, so for some odd reason, get this tooth pain out of nowhere. I mean, my teeth are fucked, but it was, I don't know. It was one of those things where it's like, all right, let's hurry up and kind of get this done with just so we could go. And then, of course, once I got home, everything was fine. But anyway, so you go in, and I don't remember how much it costs or whatever, but there's like a little kind of museum type thing from all, well, not really all years, I guess, but, from back in the Wild West days. Bunch of different artifacts. Is that even the right? I don't know. Dust collectors. Anyway, some really cool stuff. But then when you go up in this, like the main room, once you get in there, there's a bunch of dances with wolves. Artifacts from the actual movie, which I thought was really kind of cool. And living in South Dakota, dances with wolves was a pretty big, pretty big thing. And then having Kevin Costner and blah, blah, blah. But, so seeing some of those artifacts was really cool. Another thing, too, is like then once you like go outside, you get into a lot of these other little, because it's just a old school town from like back in the day. There ain't no insulation in it, but they have like this hotel that's really cool too. You go in there, they got the tables, it's set up just like, you'd see in the movies or any type of shit like that. There's a stage, they got a piano, my bird, vultures just sitting up there chilling, which I thought was pretty cool. Yeah, and they had like little brothel area upstairs. Kind of funny. Funny, cool, really cool. But yeah, definitely check it out if you have not. There is like a little diner hooked onto it, or maybe not hooked onto it, right next to it, essentially. It was a bummer. I wish I would have seen that, and then we wouldn't have ate so much before we left Mitchell, but yeah, it is what it is, right? Let's see. Well, it's getting to be that time where you go and vote or all that bullshit. I see. I wrote a little something about that because everybody knows how much I just love politics. The amount of money that they spend on those ads has to be astronomical. I can't remember if I talked about this once before or not. If I did, I apologize, but either or. It has to be astronomical. The other thing that I am sick and tired of hearing is shit that is not relative just to get people fired up, right? For instance, boys and girls sports. When's the last time you heard any of that shit? I don't know if it happens around where you're at. And if it does, my apologies. But I'm just saying around here. And then just like the cat box thing. Like the amount of shit that people come up with is just mind-blowing to me. I mean, maybe it does happen in other places, but yeah, that is just insane. And then there was something else too about gender changes and doing the surgery. Like nobody's talking about that shit around here. And that I've heard anyway. I guess I don't go like digging for it, but I don't know. I guess I try not to pay attention to too much bullshit on social media. I just, hop on there to promote artwork and, I guess essentially get some stuff to, get one of these bad boys rolling for you. Shout out to all them truckers, my trucking buddies. Do yourself a favor. Go check out Cletus Roadside Service Podcast. Also Back Road Friends. Go check them dudes out. I need to get caught up on their episodes and whatnot. I've been slacking pretty hardcore. I don't know. I don't really... I mean, I did listen to a few shows, but it's been a couple weeks. I usually anymore now, it's like I won't even listen to podcasts or anything when I'm painting. I just sit out there and just go to town, essentially. Speaking of cool podcast, friend podcast, do yourself a favor, boost up your buddies. Let's be honest here. I mean, this is probably kind of a weird portion of the podcast now. Like, what the hell? No, but for real. I've just been kind of seeing stuff too, and, a lot lately, and just, thinking, I don't know how, like, some of y'all grown up, but, I don't know. I'm not even going to get into that, but boost up your friends, because some of them, you know what I mean, might have grown up being told that they were pieces of shit and they ain't gonna amount to nothing, or being just drilled constantly with talk such as that. So boost them up, you know what I mean? Call them stud. What up, stud? That's the shit I do. And, you know, I don't know. It's just a good feeling to give somebody a compliment, you know what I mean? You just got to do that shit sometimes. Let's see here. So, okay, talked about that. Ooh, I heard this story. Give me your opinion. Comment down below. I want to get into, well, shoot, I still got quite a bit. I think I might, after this story, I'm going to take a break and go get some coffee. Heard this story the other day. Let me know what you think. I think it's kind of bullshit, to be quite honest with you, but my opinion. Handicapped gentleman goes to the gas station, and you know how on the handicap next to him, you know, there's like the other little area right next to it. Essentially, it's like the loading and loading out. When you think about it, that's what it's for. Well, this lady was parked like inside of that too. Well, he goes to get out. Mind you, this lady apparently is handicapped as well. But she works there. That's the kicker. She works there. How do you feel about that? He got into, I'm not going to get too deep into it, but what are your thoughts? I mean, is that legit? Should an employee be able to park like in, you know, like the right up close there in the handicap spot? You know, like right by the door, I guess would be the first one. I don't know, but I don't know. It just kind of, I think it's kind of BS. I could be wrong though. Don't take my word for it. All right, I'm going to go get a refill. Come back. We'll finish this off. I had a half hour right now. Hopefully you got something out of it. If not, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Also, have you ever wondered about the person that invented the tape measure? How do you know how much an inch was? Ooh. And I'm back. It only took like a couple seconds. Not really. I'm just joking. I had to haul my ass upstairs. I did have a Keurig down here, but it kind of took a shit after a while. Anyway. Here we are. We're back. If the world rotates, why do planes, why don't they just sit there and just wait to land? Something to think about. Chew on that. In some music news, Sid from Slipknot gets kicked out of the band. That was just recently, too. By the time this gets released, they'll probably say why. Maybe. I don't know. Once again, that's their business, I guess. But my daughter, she just got a Slipknot vinyl, which is pretty funny. She's been getting vinyls lately. Been digging those. That's what she bought at that Tyler Childers. She didn't even buy a t-shirt or she didn't want any of that. She just wanted a vinyl. So that's what we ended up getting her. Unfortunately, this is some bad news. Little Shop of Burgers is closing their doors. Yep. Unfortunately. We'll just kind of leave it at that. The one thing that I did find that was pretty funny. Somebody, I'm on TikTok, there was a review of the burger shop on there. And, just looking at the comments and all that stuff, actually, it's one of those things you really probably shouldn't do, but, guy just does it anyway. Anyway, you go in there and, I've never heard of this place, da-da-da-da-da, and, a lot of people are like, talking shit, too. And it's like, I worked there for 4 years, and I never heard anybody say to my face that it was bad. That's the thing that blows me away and irritates me. I mean, come on. Let's just not be, I don't know. No, just don't be fucking stupid. And it's always those people, too, that say that they support local, but don't really support local. That's another thing, too, I found out about a lot of y'all around here. Yeah. Anyway. Burger shop's closing. That really sucks. Really sucks. They had really good food. Really good food. They've been kicking for quite a while. Let's see here. So we ended up getting some breakfast that we could have just made some shit, right? Essentially, but we ordered some DoorDash. I'm guilty of doing it. I don't care. Anyway, did you guys know that you can, on your DoorDash app, where they have the review thing, you can actually go in there and read them all. So I figured I would go in the McDonald's section and let's just read some of these suckers off. Ooh, this person says, waste of money. Hot fudge sundae was gross and not worth 99 cents. Definitely not worth the $4 I was charged. The cups were busted and the portion was despicable. Huh. Interesting. That one's not really. The past few times our food was delivered to us and not in a good way. Putting it lightly, but today's driver did awesome. I hope I tipped him enough. Our bags were intact. None were open this time. Surprisingly, our food was good as well. The burger was not gross and greasy. French fries were actually somewhat hot. We actually received our sauce this time, which is surprising. I would have put 5 stars, but we like our nuggets a little bit more crispy. Thank you guys, though. We appreciate you. Oh, man. Okay, the 4-piece McCrispy strips meal was great. Really enjoyed the new chicken strips. Oreo McFlurry with a caramel and fudge added. Was quite tasty as well. Still miss the old recipe for the fries, though. Holla at your boy, Matthew W. I should probably quit reading these because I'm not getting paid for it or anything. I'm not sponsored by McDonald's. You guys can sponsor me, though. I can be your spokesperson. Hey, go get your chicken piece nuggets. I was excited to get the amazing, wonderful, spicy Sprite. And oh, the heartbreak when I took a big old drink and it was soda water. Other than that, it was McDonald's. Thanks for my delivery drive who brought me lunch at work because I didn't want to pack a lunch today. Shout out to your boy, 336-987-4321 at gmail.com. I'm just joking on that last part. Anyway, okay. Well, sorry, guys. I thought that was going to be... I should have went through them, maybe found something more funny. I don't know. Anyway. So another event that's local here that you need to check out regarding family. My niece, just Joshin's daughter, we're having a community benefit dinner and live auction. It's a piece for Paley. It's at the Shriners Club of Casper, 1501 West 39th Street, Casper, Wyoming, Saturday, August 15th at 5 p.m. There is so many auction items going up. Food's going to be catered by Max Steakhouse, I believe is what it was called. I should have wrote it down, either or. So there'll be dinner there. You can get your tickets. I'm going to put the link for that down below. If you can't attend, there will be another event or another link where if you would so kindly donate, if you can. Also, when you click on that link, it's going to take you, to a site, and you can just, go ahead and just kind of read what's going on. Real shitty deal. But click that link down below. We appreciate you. She appreciates you. Her family, mom and dad, brother, appreciate you. All right. Let's see. What do we got now? Get into some... Oh, wait. I'm going to get into this first, and then I'll get into some screenshots. Oh, I forgot that. Shout out to Sarah Travis with Hissy Fits. Briefly got to see them at Arts in the Park in Mitchell. They have their mobile smash room that they brought down there. Didn't really get a chance to go over there, like I said, which really sucked, but it was pretty busy, even though it was super hot. Really hard to get away, but if you dig in the archives, Three Wheel Bicycle, she's actually a guest. We had talked about, doing kind of a catch-up thing. Definitely going to have to schedule that one of these days. I'm thinking these episodes are going to be a little bit more regular come winter time. Because now that I have another project that's coming up. It's going to be a little bit more difficult, but we're going to do it. Also, shout out to my boy, the Jiggy, all the way over there in South Africa. He's got some new music coming out. We were talking about doing another interview so he can get his voice heard over here. Super amazing. Also, shout out to Coach Casey holding it down over there at the Middle of the Road podcast. I'm not even sure if he's still rocking with that podcast. I should get him on this podcast once again. That little catch-up thing. Okay. All right. Crossing them off the list. Bam, bam, bam. Got that. Okay. So, I don't know if some of y'all remember. Probably not. I don't blame you. I kind of forgot about it too until shout out to Minen for sending me a message the other day. I like it when people send me messages about the show. You know what I mean? Interaction. It's awesome. And when you're listening to this too, Minen, give me your answer after this. We can get something figured out. But it'd be cool to do maybe like a movie podcast. You know what I mean? We could discuss, a movie or whatever, since we used to watch movies and shit all the time. But, so, essentially the other day, oh yeah, and thank you for the Epsom salt. I left it in that damn tote thing, so I haven't got a chance to use it yet. Oh, yeah. So the Mandela effect with the Demolition Man thing, with it saying Pizza Hut rather than Taco Bell. So Minen, he's pretty knowledgeable about movie shit. He's knowledgeable about a lot of shit. So it'd be kind of cool to, get him on. Maybe just a little segment or something. I don't know. Anyway, so apparently the Demolition Man, this is what he sent me. Apparently the Demolition Man in Europe release of the movie, it was changed to Pizza Hut because Taco Bell really wasn't known there at the time. So they changed. I think the clips came out with the 4K release, has the European cut on it too. Pretty interesting stuff. Did not know that. I mean, it's pretty crazy that they would actually go and just change that up, I guess, but interesting. Very interesting. I wonder how they would do man. Yeah, technology is just so crazy. That's just like I seen, we'll go down a little conspiracy rabbit hole. The other day, this guy, I guess I didn't do it myself, so you just have to do it yourself to kind of see, I guess. But if you go like Google satellites, they never actually give you a true blue picture of a satellite. It is just, a recreated picture. I've said this once before. Say it again, obviously. Or ask, I guess. And these headphones are... It's been a while since I've been down here and recorded a show. It's kind of cool. I like it. I dig it. The headphones, the microphone. The only thing... Yeah. But, yeah, do you think we landed on the moon? What kind of shit? What did you all hear about that? What do you think? Crazy, crazy. And then Minot and I were kind of chit-chatting a little bit, too, about that whole Chris Benoit thing. Like, before they even it was released that he had did all of that to his family and to himself. Wikipedia already had some shit out about how his wife had passed. But it was essentially supposed to be like 3 days after or something like that. And when they looked up the address for the IP, like where it had came from, it was WWE, WWF, whatever. Headquarters. That's pretty crazy. Red flag. It's a pretty good one right here. Japanese toilets usually have a button that plays water sounds so that others cannot hear what you are doing. Well, that's good. I don't want to hear people shitting. It's really weird. You go into a bathroom and somebody's grunting. Let's be honest here. Aeroflot. I can't even really say. Aeroflot Flight 593 crashed on March 1994, killing all 75 people on board after the relief captain invited his teenage children into the cockpit and his son accidentally disengaged the autopilot, leading to an uncoverable dive. That's the second thing about airplanes I got on this episode. Airplanes. This is kind of interesting too. I know some of y'all probably seen how these people climbed this tower, and there's this banner that says, "When the power of love beats the love of power, the world knows peace." I think that's what it says. Anyway, something was pretty interesting that I thought that was mentioned in the video, that these people climbed up this tower, right, with this flag. And it was hot as shit out that day. I was that guy holding on to that pole, that steel pole. You know what I mean? With it being so hot like that. Maybe superhuman. Plus, I seen other pictures too where the gal, her nails were extremely long. How the hell are you climbing all the way up there? You guys had to have gotten dropped off or something. So that was pretty weird. It's pretty interesting too. Jaden Smith opens a restaurant called I Love You, where unhoused people eat for free. Instead of hosting an expensive celebrity birthday party when he turned 21 in 2019, Jada Smith launched the I Love You restaurant initiative. It began as a mobile food truck providing complimentary plant-based meals to residents on Los Angeles Skid Row, and has expanded into a nonprofit organization offering hot food, water, and clothing. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, there sure is a lot of homeless around these days. Super, super sad. Yeah. But some of them too, and please forgive me, but I do not apologize. Some of them care. Like they like that. They like being homeless, I guess. Yeah, it's just what they prefer, I guess. Enter a chance to win a Upgrade your backyard. King of the Hill prize. WD-40. Ooh. Neat. A Kentucky woman claims Kanye West telepathically told her to steal a car with a child inside, leading to her arrest. Someone comments, I actually believe he did this. That is fucking hilarious. Ooh. Okay. Man eats nothing but Costco samples for 8 months. What the... I guess he's trying to save money. That's pretty interesting. This is some way old-ass news. The Knicks, being that they won the championship. That's basketball for y'all that didn't know. The New York Knicks. The fact that they essentially went around and just trashed the city is just crazy to me. But this lady got fired from her job at J.P. Morgan because she was caught stealing a garbage can. Crazy. I mean, she probably was going to go, I don't know, sell it on eBay or some shit. Who knows? Let's see. What else do we got here? Here's some more music stuff. A family attending last weekend's Morgan Wallen concert had a horrible experience after someone behind them peed on them. The authorities did nothing. That's pretty funny. Yeah, Morgan Wallen. Weird. Maybe some people consider him country. I guess I don't know. I think that's another whole 3 hours. Thought we could get into about how he's not country. Yeah, but touche. I guess obviously you're making millions of dollars, dude. Good for you. I'm sure you're probably right around all them other, elites that do all that weird shit. So, here's some more hypocritical shit. Adam Calhoun says the king is back in his newest song. You think he's earned the title of king of country rap, or is there somebody else sitting on that throne? And somebody comments, ain't dude from the city, though? That's pretty funny. Because I'm sure he probably is. Let's see here. Ooh, never forget, Garth Brooks went 0-17 with 4 walks for the Mets during ST in 2000. That's funny. Garth Brooks sucks. Here's a creepy fact. You've never actually seen your own face, only reflections and photographs. The version is reversed. I feel like I might have talked about this, but I don't know. I'm just going to do it again, I guess. Did you guys hear the story about the lady that went to the thrift store and she found like this pasta in like this kind of vase looking thing? She cooked it and got super sick. Yeah, I don't know why you would do it. But yeah, like her, if you look into it, you can probably find pictures, but her face is like super swollen, and I don't know why anybody would think that that's a good idea, I'm going to go to the thrift store and find this little knick-knack here, and it's got some noodles in it. I'm going to cook it up real quick. Crazy. Whatever. Maybe. Well, no. Because, yeah, it looks like she's in an apartment. so she can't be homeless. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna end the show with a couple little maybe quotes. I don't know what you'd call them. Maybe feel goods. A little open your mind up. I don't know if that's what you'd... That's fucking weird. Open your mind. Follow my voice. Because I'm going to take you on another path. A path that leads to prosperity and guidance. Oh, man. Okay, anyway. This is an African proverb. 2 waterfalls do not hear each other. Meaning, when you concentrate on your own path, you are unaffected by what others are thinking and talking about you. I mean, that's gangster shit. I mean, enough said. If the hair in your butthole can thrive and grow in a shitty situation without sunlight, so can you. That's right. Just think about that. Shitty butthole that's got hair. You can survive, bud. You can do it. Last but not least, do not get upset with people or situations. Both are powerless without your reaction. Peace begins where reaction ends. Once again, thank you for tuning in. Three Wheel Bicycle Podcast. It's been almost an hour. Hopefully you got something out of this. I wanted to come downstairs and blabble a little bit. Wrote some stuff down. Did some shit that wasn't just painting and working. Got out into the wilderness, so to speak. Click them links down below. Hopefully you learned something. Maybe laughed. Hopefully you got a laugh. Oh yeah, go Casper Spuds too. I forgot to give them a shout out. Yeah, they are on the road. Going after that championship. But yeah, have a great week, everybody. Yeah, thank you again for listening. Comment. I'm Stevie V. And this is Three Wheel Bicycle Podcasts.